Hi everyone, it's Chi-townTraci. I am going to do a video for a swap that I'm in with Jen Evers. So Jen, if you're about to watch this, don't. So unless you don't want to be surprised. So if you don't want to be surprised, watch. So anyway, this is what I made for Jen. We're doing a little ATC swap, and I just wanted to make a couple extra things for her. So that's what I did. First, I'd like to show you the card that I made for her. I'm not a big card maker, and I'm a little intimidated to swap with Jen, because Jen makes excellent cards. I mean, they're so beautiful what she does, and you know, I'm still trying. But I think this turned out pretty cute, and it's just it's a card, but it's just, you know, in the back. It's not it doesn't open or anything. It's like a postcard, I should say. But I used the Gorgeous Girl the Fox, and this is so cute. And I colored it like, you know, I always try to color it initially kind of like it is in the picture, so I can kind of get a feel for it, and then, you know, later I'll do it on my own. But I used just a regular craft cardstock, and then I used this really pretty little green floral, and then with another coordinating paper from the paper pack. I don't remember what paper pack it is. I already put it away. But this is an image, you know, a stamped image from the collection. I think you get like 10 pieces. So I used the stars, and I used the little foxes, and oh, I used my new Prima die. It's so pretty. This is a pineapple die, and I do sell both of these things in my store. But this pineapple die is so pretty. Look at it. It's just so nice. Can you guys see that? It's so pretty. I love all the intricate cutouts in it. I did use my new glitter pens. Are they pens? Yeah, they're a glitter pen. And I used my glitter pen on the stars and on her tights here, and on the ears, and on the stars. I did glossy accent over the stars, but I really love that pen. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it came out so nice. So I did glossy accent the stars. I glossy accented her ears and the tail and the fox, but I didn't glossy accent anything else. I did use some Winkastella in her hair, and I used my Copics to color her. And I'm not exactly sure where I got this flower, but it's a little carnation and a little seam binding, and then a little rhinestone in the middle. And then I used my Martha Stewart leaf punch in the back here. And this is a Heidi Swap sticker. So real simple, but I think it's really cute. So I made that. And then we were swapping to ATC. So I made this Gorgeous Girl ATC, and it's called Gorgeous. And I used one of the frames that I made with Udi in my melting pot. And I haven't done those in a while, but yeah, this is actually Udi, it's not clay. And then I this paper collection is Liberty Market. And then I used my, right here you'll see the chevron. This is actually my Prima chevron stamp. I love the little Prima stamps to use for ATCs, and this I think I have one more in my store. And then I put a little bit of black lace up here. This is I forgot if, I don't have a lot of, I think it's Petaloo or something like that. I don't have a lot, so I'm not exactly sure the name. I think I only have these butterflies, but I have them in brown, pink, and blue. They're so pretty. And then I just used some flat back pearls here. And this is just another remnant lace and some fibers. And gosh, Patricia told me who made these for me. Now I can't remember. Was it your list that made them? Oh God, I can't remember it. Somebody made me these flowers. They're so pretty, and I don't know how she has the patience to make them. And this is a Gorgeous Girl from like a package. I don't know what the package was, but oh, it was from the little tags, the Gorgeous Girl tags that I got, and then I just cut her out of the packaging. So I kind of, you know, knew I would use her on something. So, and then I put some paper on the back of the frame here, and then just added some seed beads and some pearls. Just pretty, but it's pretty basic. No texture. I did ink the edges in Vintage Photo, and this is one of, again, I don't have many of the ATC cards from Margaret anymore, but this is, I think I may have 2 left, but this is it. But the texture is so nice, and I've talked about these before. And then I have the ATC stamp on the back, and this time I actually embossed it, and I really like the way it looks embossed, because you can see it shows up so much better embossed. So I think I'll be embossing the backs from now on. And then I made this one, and this one's called So So. You know, like Ussie, but So So. And this is the this is the Tim Holtz. Oh, I don't know what happened there. This is the Tim Holtz trellis die cut, and with the Tim Holtz mirrored paper, which is so pretty. And I do believe I still have some of these left in my store. So nice. And oh look, the petaloo butterfly again. And on this one, I used just some scraps that I had from the Liberty stash, and some from the Liberty paper pad, and just some blue paper underneath there. And I gessoed it and inked it with Vintage Photo and black soot. And these flowers, I don't know where this flower is from. This is one of my favorite flowers. I don't know if it was gifted to me, but I would love to know if this is a wild orchid craft flower, because I really, really love this flower. And this is the Tim Holtz little spool die that I covered with paper. And I added a little rose and some seam binding. And then this is just a blue flower from my stash. And this is my new Martha Stewart punch, button punch. I really love this punch because it has an indentation, so it really looks like a button. I really love that punch. And then I just put some little of that, the thread. I can't think of what kind of thread it is, but you know, that thicker thread. I don't know, but I can't think of what it's called. But I got that. And then this is a little button that was gifted to me. It's a little heart. And then I made this little stick pin. Dolly Pop Productions, she made me some stick pins with buttons, and I thought they were so cute. I never, you know, thought of that before, so I scrapped that from her. And there's a little piece of lace in between there. And that's it. I think that came out really cute too. A little bit different, a little more girly, a little more vintage. And then I made this envelope with my We Are Memories envelope maker. I really like these envelopes. The only bad thing is my paper, because it's so thick. Oh, see, it started to rip there. I need to glue that shut. But when you when I use your bone folder, sometimes it just separates. I don't know. But this is the Martha Stewart mason jar punch that you've been seeing a lot of. I love this. I love it. And then this is just a Recollections flower. And then I made this little pin cushion, and I made it out of these jars that these dessert glasses that I got from the dollar store. So you get 3 for $1. And what I did was I covered it with lace, a big piece of lace, and then I used this trim, and then I did some black pearl trim up here, and this is like a velvet trim here. And what I did was I just put, actually there's tissue paper in here, black tissue paper, and then I just put some dryer sheets in here, and then wrapped a rubber band around it and glued it down in there. And this is the Prima trims. Remember I showed you these instead of doilies? I get this trim from Prima to use as like you would normally a doily. And then this is some trim that I got on eBay, a rosette, pretty flimsy rosette, but it looks pretty together. And I think these this little center here is from the floral department at Hobby. And I really love the way my stick pins turned out. I'm probably going to pull them out and they're going to come apart. But I wanted to show you guys these stick pins because I didn't know how to make stick pins until I watched Maurice Hale's video on stick pins, and it was very helpful. As a newbie trying to make a stick pin, I had no idea what to do. I just kind of threw some beads on and they weren't as pretty. Now what I look for when I buy beads is I look for large beads, larger beads, and when I make them I try to do like have one focal point, like one really beautiful bead, and I do my stick pin around that. And until I heard that you have like a focal point, I didn't, you know, I was just throwing beads on a stick pin and you know, they look pretty, but they weren't really pretty. You know what I mean? They weren't like, they didn't have a wow factor, and I think these have more of a wow factor. And these are the 3-inch pins that you can get at Hobby. No, you get these at Joann's actually. And they come with either an acrylic top or a pearl. So I'm not exactly sure. These could be from Michael's, Michael's, but I think these are from Joann's. But anyway, so there, and another key thing in making stick pins is using the bead caps. So this one I think is really pretty, and it's kind of like this bead here is like a mix of pink and it almost looks like tie-dye and green. So, and these are all glass beads here. You know, I did buy some of those plastic beads this weekend. And this one's also really pretty. And when you make your stick pins, you want to stick, I'll show you what, I stick mine in some packaging. I keep this. It was from like a TV or something, and I use dimensional glue, like Dimensional Magic, or what's the other one, or Glossy Accents, and you want to stick them in there if you can, and you have something that holds them upside down, it's even better, but I don't. So I just stick them really tight in here because you want to make sure your stick pins stick together. So this is, I think, really pretty, and you can see my focal would be this one right here. And this is one of those beads that have the really big center, so I had to use some these silver beads in between to hold it together. But I think that one's really pretty too. I have to say this one's probably my favorite. Let me guys see that. I'm always in the wrong direction. But look how pretty that is. So there's this is actually a little plastic acrylic flower, a little plastic acrylic that's kind of redundant, and then just some metal beads, and then this one again is one from, you know, those bracelets, you know, the bigger bead center, and then another bead cap, a pearl, and then another metal, I don't know what you would call that, like a bead cap, I guess. So this one is my favorite. And then this one. So you could see with the larger ones, you know, they really make a statement than if you had all skinny beads the same size. The smaller, I think the small beads look really pretty on cards, but if you're doing it with a project, I think something a little more substantial is prettier. So you want to, when you go and buy your beads, you want to look for larger beads. Like this, like for here, smaller is good because you just, you know, it's a small project, but these just look so much better. I think that's my opinion, that you use one, you know, one focal bead and make sure it's a, you know, a pretty large bead. And you don't want to use all plastic beads. You want to either mix your acrylics or plastics with your glass beads. It just looks prettier. The only acrylic I think I have on here is this flower right here, petal one. But also the bead caps are key in making really pretty stick pins. So you want to make sure you get some of those. Oh, it's focusing in. How nice. Here's the other one. Oh. I just want to make sure you guys get a good look at these. I never know where I'm going. So just really, really pretty and larger beads. That's what you want to look for when you buy your beads. And beads go on sale all the time. What I have a hard time finding is pretty pink beads. They're very limited pink beads for some reason. And you would think that would be like what, you know, you would have a lot of. But again, I hope you like what I created. And Jen, when you do watch this video, I hope you like everything I made for you. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, ask, and hit the like button and subscribe if you don't already subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Ciao.